Live service games have taken over the gaming industry, which has led to the death and ruin of a lot of great franchises that we used to love. Or it squandered the potential of a game that, had it not been a live service, probably would have been more successful. But amongst all of the failures and flops, the Destiny franchise remains to be one of the major success stories of the live service model. So much of a success, in fact, that it led to Sony making an offer to buy Bungie for almost as much as Disney purchased Star Wars. But we're not here to discuss Bungie's successes. We're here to discuss if playing a live service game, or more specifically, Destiny 2, is bad for you. So what are some of the negative effects of playing these games potentially? I think one of the biggest and most overlooked is addiction. A lot of the problems related to games like Destiny 2 comes down to just putting way too much time and energy into it, to the point that it starts to affect parts of your personal life, or distracts from other outlets that may be more beneficial to you, all in the name of FOMO. And some might say, just play Destiny 2 casually, lol. Yeah, that's definitely easier said than done. Some players have a very hard time resisting the strong pull of FOMO, and they really can't miss out on whatever event is happening that week, whatever new challenges are available this week, and they feel the need to optimize every minute of their grinding in order to unlock everything available within a 3-month season. And to pretend that those kinds of players aren't addicted is silly. I've been there myself, and it was absolutely addiction driven over actually having fun. And in the case of Destiny 2, a lot of players have rightfully expressed that the game feels like a second job, and that's because it's designed to be one. You're meant to clock in daily. You're meant to do the daily tasks and checklists. There's things that need to get done by the end of the week. There's always enough happening that there's always something to do, even if the progress you get is 10% per hour or 1% per hour. There is no end. There's infinite progression, technically. And sure, you can play Destiny 2 or any live service game casually and have some fun, making slow progress here and there, but with just the right amount of FOMO incentives and dopamine spiking loot drops, it's pretty easy to fall into the addiction trap, especially for people who aren't getting any sense of fulfillment in their real life, or live such an unexciting life outside of gaming that this is it, the pinnacle of dopamine. And this isn't to criticize those players, again, I've been here myself as well, but I found it important to recognize that about myself and really look at why I was addicted to Destiny 2. And one of the biggest things that kept me addicted, as well as many others, is not just the fear of missing out on gear or loot during a limited time or something, but the fear of missing out on an experience. Like when a new expansion drops in Destiny, it's really easy to get addicted to the game again with the release of a brand new expansion because everything is new and exciting. You've got thousands of other players all pushing progression and leveling together, especially if you have your friends playing with you. It's like you're all in this race against each other to at the very least keep up with the same pace. And why do you feel that pressure? Well, maybe if you fall behind, there's that fear that you won't be able to find groups willing to do certain content with you, or you'll feel left behind because, in a sense, you're being left out. Like you're not living up the latest experience, which I really do feel like is a big reason a lot of players continue to play Destiny 2. They want to have those I was there when moments. But what's the problem with that? If you're having fun in Destiny 2, then it's not harmful, right? Well, that depends. Tell me if this scenario sounds like you at all with Destiny at some point. A new expansion drops, you're playing so much that you stay up later and later each night, you're ordering DoorDash so much because you don't want to cook your own food, you're putting in a half-ass effort at work or school, either due to the lack of sleep, or you're just thinking about doing nothing but playing Destiny. Now, I can easily say that this has been me at various times of the Destiny franchise over the last almost 10 years now, and whenever I've been addicted, I've been fully aware that it wasn't healthy. But at the same time, I never seem to care in the moment. It's much easier to care about what's going on in the Destiny universe more than the real world, which occasionally can be a nice distraction when you're going through some real shit in life, or you want to distract yourself from the degrading society going on outside the walls of your home. But sometimes, addiction isn't really that tied to having fun or enjoying it, or even just a distraction. Sometimes you're only still playing because of FOMO or sunk cost fallacy, and it's a pretty depressing state to be in, because you're willingly wasting your time if you aren't actually enjoying yourself. There's a quote I once heard that I always reference in my mind whenever I'm not enjoying a game, and I just want to put it down but feel like I can't. I don't want to play a game that wastes my time, I want to play a game that makes me want to waste my time. There have been times in Destiny that I've wanted to genuinely spend all of my free time in the game. Taken King, Rise of Iron, Forsaken, all of these releases, I didn't feel like I was wasting my time on the game because I was genuinely having fun, and I wanted to kind of waste my time, in a sense. But everything after Forsaken, I've always felt wasted my time and made me keep playing at different times, sure, but not because I was having fun, but because I felt like I had to play. I've been a part of this franchise for so long, I had to see it through. And not just come back for the big releases, I had to see all of it through. And I was still chasing those dopamine hits that the game used to give me. But the drops don't hit the same anymore. The story isn't quite as intriguing as it once was, but I keep playing anyway. That's addiction. That's the FOMO or sunk cost fallacy infection, and none of us are immune to it. But you can, at the very least, recognize it and make a choice to reevaluate your relationship to Destiny or live service games in general. Because live service games can drain you. When you're addicted to a game like Destiny 2, most, if not all of your free time and energy is dedicated to that game, meaning that your energy is being wasted on a game that probably doesn't bring you a whole lot of happiness and fulfillment in the real world. Maybe you're unhappy with your physical appearance, your relationships, your job, your financial situation, and you want to make a change, but all of your energy is going towards grinding for bullshit weapons and armor you'll have forgotten about by the time the next season or expansion rolls around. And to sum up the negatives of Destiny 2 or live service gaming in general, it's that they're insanely addictive, FOMO-driven experiences that keep you hooked because they're able to provide a bite-sized version of achieving goals, problem-solving, being a part of something, or seeing some kind of sense of progression in your life, even if it's virtual. It's why these games are so compelling and popular right now. But when you let these games take away your desire to achieve those tasks in real life, that's when things can go downhill pretty quickly. But not all is so grim. In fact, the next part of this video I'd like to explain why maybe live service games like Destiny 2 can actually be quite good for you. First off, Destiny 2 can actually teach you a lot of skills that can be applied to the real world. If you're doing high-level endgame activities, your communication and teamwork needs to be at its peak. Learning how your role interacts with the roles of others around you is important. Destiny 2 can teach you a lot about statistics and how numbers as small as 2 or 3% can actually make a huge difference, which can teach you a lot about how to effectively distribute numbers and stats. Min-maxing absolutely can be applicable to everyday life. You can learn about economies or the value of competition, make friends that will last a lifetime. For every negative, there is a positive. But here's the best way to look at it. Imagine real life is like Destiny 2. If you could min-max your life to get 3% better at your job or school, or min-max your time management the same way you distribute your stats for your build, work better with coworkers to tackle a challenge, spend a bit more time tweaking your meal loadouts, level up your real-life intellect and discipline so you aren't leaving dumbass comments like this on my videos, the more you start leveling up your IRL stats, the more side quests will unlock, like the girlfriend side quest, the promotion side quest that will in turn unlock a new exotic sparrow. New destinations will unlock in your directory. The real-life endgame will begin. Check in on your own weekly story progress. Where are you this week versus the last week? What has changed, progressed, or advanced in your own life? Start looking at yourself like you're the Guardian. How can you level yourself up in real life? Is playing Destiny 2 bad for you? Generally, probably no. Just like gaming in general isn't inherently bad for you. However, games like Destiny 2 are designed to addict you and make you waste as much time as possible inside the virtual world. So my goal with this video is to encourage you to genuinely ask yourself, am I enjoying Destiny 2 or am I addicted to it? And if the answer is yes, I'm addicted, that doesn't mean you have to quit the game, but just reevaluate your relationship with it so that you are the one controlling how much you play the game and not the other way around. Stay safe out there, guys, level up your life, and thanks for watching.